Prophet Marcello Currents. Okay, so this is gonna be the second part of divination message, because I want to make it very clear that God does not condone it. Because like I explained, there's some people that would think that this is a gift from God, or this is some spiritual gift that God's given them. And the truth is, it's sin. Like we covered in the first video, God makes it clear that psychics and mediums should be put to death. Not witchcraft, not, not, black magic and all this darkness and stuff. This is from you being a psychic. The Bible says they deserve to die. So, that it has to be made clear, because if it's not made clear, people will deceive and go around and tell people they from God and God is on their side and all this other stuff. So you got to listen to everything from a different ear. You know what I'm saying? Me as a prophet, I'm going to come to you as the prophet and tell you something that you may have not heard quite like I've said it. Okay? And so, we're going to make it clear that these people that's all in the atmosphere, that's all going to go to hell. If they don't change their life, that's all going to hell. And the reason why I'm saying it is because those same people would think they got a gift from God. No, you on your way to hell, buddy. And I just proved that with the scriptures. We just, in Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, the 10th through the 12th verse, and Leviticus. You can go back for your own studies. And Leviticus, what chapter was that? Let's see here. Because as long as you got the word, basically, this is where your faith is in God, in His word. So that's going to be Leviticus, the 20th chapter, the 27th verse. Every man or woman who is a medium or a psychic must be put to death. They must be stoned to death because they deserve to die. So that's Leviticus, the 20th chapter, the 27th verse. Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, the 10th through the 12th verse. It basically tells us, as we looked into it, all these things are forbidden. Okay? So it's Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, the 10th through the 14th verse. See, everyone that think they're on my side that's using divination, I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you right now, you got to go with them. See, it's more for people who don't feel they're malicious in our atmospheres. You have to go. You have to suffer with these people. Okay? You chose to follow their format and their ways of doing things. And it wasn't of God from the very beginning. Okay, so then it doesn't matter about how you feel towards me. That's not going to make the grade. Okay? That's emotional. That's why I'm less emotional than in any other time, when it comes to enemies. I don't have any emotions. I don't use my emotions as a compass. You know, you do wrong, you suffer what you suffer. Okay? We're very straight to the point in this season and time because there's a war. It's wartime. You know, I don't put money out here and give offerings out here and then I'm halfway friends low key with people. That's our bombs. We drop bombs. And when we drop bombs, it falls on the rifle. You know what I'm saying? It falls on those who it should fall on. So you know, so so this is Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter. I'm just saying, I'm not doing it for my health. I'm not giving an offering and then, oh well, we're kind of cool. Nah, that was for you. Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, the 10th through the 14th verse. You must never sacrifice your sons and daughters by burning them alive, practice black magic, be a fortune teller, witch or sorcerer, cast spells, ask ghosts or spirits for help, or consult the dead. Whoever does these things is disgusting to the Lord. The Lord your God is forcing these nations out of your way because of their disgusting practices. You must have integrity in dealing with the Lord your God. You must have integrity in dealing with the Lord your God. These nations you are forcing out listen to fortune tellers and those who practice black magic. But the Lord your God won't let you do anything like that. Okay? So you see, God does not agree with fortune telling, black magic, casting spells, asking ghosts or mediums for help, consoling the dead. You know, none of those things are of God. Okay? Let's get it very understood. And the reason why I'm saying this in this season is because it's people that will think they're in the right. They think this is a game. They think playing with me is a game. And it's about to hit another level. And as soon as they try to think they're gonna harm me because you didn't like what happened, God is gonna take up and do another miracle that they can't get past. Because some people will sit back and say, well, we're gonna do something when it get bad enough. No, you're not. I'm gonna be protected all the way through this situation. Everybody's gonna sit and watch the same people that played with my life suffer destruction. They wanted a show, now you're gonna get one. You're gonna watch the same people that played with my life suffer destruction. Starting with this building, people in this building, they think I'm stupid. People in this building gonna suffer. People in this neighborhood, they think I'm stupid. This whole neighborhood, and Brooklyn, and New York City, and America, on out to America. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. I'm not your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people that all the time. I am not your friend. I am a man of God. I am not your friend. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, like, you can't say I led you on. I've been consistent. I always say this. I am not your friend. You got a twisted psychology. You thought you would pick sides like it's a video game or something. And I ain't never had you under that impression that I was part of some game. So if I'm not part of some game, what you think I'm gonna do? Everybody becomes the enemy. It's common sense. Okay, this is how it is. So this is 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter, the 23rd verse. The sin of black magic is rebellion. Wickedness and idolatry are arrogance. Because you rejected the Lord's word, he rejects you as king. And as we covered, man, people that work in black magic, they cannot be king. They're not going to go as high as they thought they was going to go. These people thought working witchcraft, they would be in this dark world where witchcraft rules. It's not going to happen, bro. Okay, see, you know, if you follow Americans, they're going to tell you, well, you know, all this is going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. God is going to bring war against those who play with God's kingdom. That's happening first. You understand? Do you follow me, right? Okay. Now, get back to when I wrote from the Google AI. When I AI'd divination. The demonic source. Scripture often attributes the power of divination to evil spirits rather than divine inspiration. In Acts, the 16th chapter, the 16th through the 18th verse, Paul exercises a spirit of divination from a slave girl who was telling fortunes, counterfeit prophecies. Divination is viewed as a human-initiated, manipulated counterfeit to true prophecy, which is divinely initiated through the Holy Ghost. So now I'm going to get into the different types of divination. And some of these terms are new to me, so bear with me. These terms are kind of new to me. Hepatoscopy, which is examining the liver of sacrificed animals. This is a form of divination. Belomancy, shaking and drawing arrows to make decisions. That's in Ezekiel 21:21. Necromancy, consulting the spirits of the dead. You can get that from 1 Samuel, the 28th chapter. Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, and 11th verse. Radomancy, using divining rods or staffs. Astromancy, astrology, or interpreting celestial signs, and that's Isaiah the 47th chapter in the 13th verse. And nuanced occurrences. While condemned as a pagan practice, some similar methods were used within the faith of Israel under specific divine authorizations. Casting lots, used to divide the promised land. Numbers the 26th chapter, the 55th verse. Numbers the 26th chapter, the 55th verse. And to select the replacement for Judas. Casting lots. This was Acts, the 1st chapter, the 26th verse. Urim and Thummim, sacred objects kept by the high priest to discern God's will. This is in God's kingdom. So this wasn't divination, but this was casting lots in Urim and Thummim. Sacred objects kept by the high priest to discern God's will. Dreams and visions. While pagans used neuromancy, God frequently spoke to figures like Joseph and Daniel through dreams, though this was considered a gift of the Spirit rather than a learned technique. Now, here's the definition of divination. Divination, the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. It's the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. Okay, so it's the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown. Like, so the unknown in this case is about us, using divination to try to see us. Any spirits that's monitoring us, under monitoring, what you call monitoring spirits, that's divination, because it's seeking to know who we are and what's going on in our atmosphere, and they're using they're doing it by supernatural means. Okay, so that's the spirit of divination. That's not a gift or talent. that is divine. You know what I'm saying? So the 4 types of divination. You got tarot cards, using symbolic cards for guidance. Using symbolic cards for guidance. Those are tarot cards. That's a form of divination. Astrology, interpreting celestial bodies' influence. Scrying, gazing into reflective surfaces for visions. And geomancy, interpreting patterns in earth or random marks. Now, we get into telepaths, because these are all the people that's around. My purpose for this video is to set the record straight that this is not God's people. Neither are they on divine assignment. Neither do we care about how they acknowledge God, because they are in the satanic kingdom. So we don't care about them talking about God. We don't care nothing about them talking about whatever they talk about when it comes to good spirituality. So telepaths are right there. They're basically in the category of the psychics. The telepaths, mind reading. That's accessing surface thoughts or deep-seated memories. So that's what they're looking for. That's what the police and the feds and the secret societies are using them for, is to access surface thoughts in our mind or deep-seated memories. Okay, so that's why they have us under surveillance. These telepaths and mind readers have a whole network around high-ranking Christians. They set up a network around you in your neighborhood, in your building, and from next door, and all these places. It's a whole psychic network. That's how you need to hear it. It's a telepath network that is trying to access your surface thoughts that's just running through your mind, and deep-seated memories that they can go run and tell the community about. See, how they started with me is because they accused me of sexual deviance. What they are looking for is pedophilia thoughts or any strange sexual thoughts. So I'm aware of that because God makes me aware of it. So with you, it may be the same thing. They may be looking for these deep-seated memories of what you did as a kid or what you did sexually as a young man or woman. And they're looking for some thoughts, some deep-seated memories to accuse you to the community. Because what these people are doing, although they play a psychic or telepath position, what they are doing is going out to the community and telling them whatever they can find. Whatever they can find in your mind, they're going and telling people in real time out there in the streets and in the culture. Because these people look to these people for information about me and you. Okay, so the telepaths play a position, a demonic position of watching us and putting us under surveillance, so that they can go back to the Americans and tell them what they found in our minds. Okay, so that's illegal surveillance. So we're cursing that. We're going to curse that and treat it as illegal surveillance, breaking our constitutional rights, because it's still the same purpose, which is to put us under illegal surveillance. So it's illegal surveillance. We're smart enough to know it's intentional, understood, illegal surveillance. It's intentional and understood illegal surveillance. Okay, so the mind readers are trying to access surface thoughts or deep-seated memories, things you've done in your past, irrelevant things that are irrelevant to now anyway. And the definition for telepathic communication is silent mind-to-mind conversations. So these people will try to communicate with your mind too, try to call out your name and try to communicate with you. These are attempts to communicate with you by telepathic means. Now, this is other attributes of telepaths: mental manipulation, influencing actions, erasing memories, or inducing mental paralysis. So they'll try to, and I mean, if you've been under witchcraft and the likes of those type of things and these spirits of divination, I would say that if it's saying it probably is right there with the telepaths, to influence your actions, to cause anger, uprisings, you might have a thought and then all of a sudden it just goes away, erasing memories and things like that. And that's all them trying to manipulate your mind, right? Okay, so these are the reasons why God is bringing judgment on these people. That's what I want you to know. It's not going to fly any longer. Okay, psionic shields also is erecting mental barriers to protect oneself or others from psychic attacks. Okay, so that's how they try to protect themselves, called psionic shields. Astral projection, which is what they love to do, projecting one's consciousness outside the physical body. So astral projecting is one of the main things these psychics and telepaths in this particular networks will try to do. Even when they ride by in cars, they're trying to read your mind. Even the cars that ride by is trying to read your mind and astral projecting into your atmosphere. So that's why they put you in certain neighborhoods and they surround those neighborhoods and ride by in cars and try to figure out your mind. That's why you hear sirens at certain times when they're trying to gaslight your mind and put a thought in your mind and then make you accept it as your thought. And then sound a siren, that's trying to gaslight you to believe that that's your thoughts. So these are all the people who think they're hot stuff with their spirituality and divination. That's all it is. It's a big grand show of grandstanding that has come to an end. You know, God has brought it to an end. You know what I'm saying? But astral projecting is one of the main things they're going to do. Even people next door, they'll try to astral project into your atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? And people in your building will try to astral project. So I would recommend to do some homework on cutting the civil cord, because that's what we talk about spirituality. It's cutting the civil cord so that they can't get back into their body. When someone astral projects, there's a civil cord, right? And if the civil cord is cut, they'll bounce back out of their body. They can't get back in their body, and they'll die. This is how it's believed Anton LaVey, which was the leader of the Church of Satan, they believed he died from astral projecting. He couldn't get back into his body. Okay? All right, so psychic, and you can look that up too. There's actually a video on Anton LaVey, which is the leader of the Church of Satan, that he tried to, he died from astral projecting and not being able to get back in his body. Okay, so, and that kind of tells you that, you know, also the Church of Satan was not this non-witchcraft or spiritual community or non-spiritual community, because the leader was astral projecting. So you can't believe them when they say they don't believe in Satan. That could be a lie. You ever thought about that? You know, I mean, after all, these are members of the Church of Satan. I mean, they're probably going to tell some kind of lie, you know. But yeah, but psychics this is the definition of psychic: relating to or denoting faculties or phenomenon that are apparently inexplicable by natural laws, especially involving telepathy or clairvoyance. Clairvoyance, if you don't know, is someone believed to have the ability to perceive events, objects, or information beyond the normal range of senses. A wizard is a person skilled in magic, sorcery, or a magician. A magician, right? Okay. So a wizard is a person skilled in magic, or sorcerer, or a magician. This is important to understand because they're the ones that's going to be putting all these kind of thoughts going through your mind. They're going to send these sorcerers and magician like wizard people that put these thoughts of children and animals, all kind of sick stuff that's sent to your mind while you're in your phone. I put them in the category of like these wizard people. They wizards, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So basically that's it. That's basically it. You know what I'm saying? That's basically it, man. And yeah, like the wizards is gonna be skilled in magic, putting thoughts in your mind and everything like that. So basically that's divination. These things right here is what's going on now. Right? That's why this world is coming to an end. This is how far this stuff went. Okay? This is how far this stuff went. Where they were jealous of me and jealous of my spirituality and my strength, and God rose up. Okay? Now, because it is the way it is, we're going all the way in. I'm not playing with somebody that's sitting around plotting on me. We about to go to war. Okay, I listen, I'm a dangerous person. And I'm not saying that out of fear for myself or to install fear for anyone else. It's just what it is, you know. And so this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I have to leave religious people behind because we got to destroy these people for what they done. For me personally, I have to. And God is my protection. I'm not worried. I don't fear for my life. God is my protection. You know, these are clowns. These are people that can't stop what God is doing. Okay? And everybody want to see this happen. And so it's going to happen, man. We going to continue to put money on their head. And if you call yourself supporting me, I'm right now, at this moment in time, I'm all about getting an offering. Okay? I'm all about getting an offering in my hand. If you call yourself supporting me and you want to give me any kind of support you want to give me, but you don't want to give me the support that I'm asking for, then, excuse me, you're a coward that don't want the world to end, and you know, but you want to see these people die without the world ending. Let me explain something. The odds are with all these people that they used, including you. Keep in mind they used you too. You just had a change of heart halfway through. But they use, my point is, they use so many people. This is the end. It's not going to, it's not, we're not going any further. So with that being said, why hesitate? Because it's the end anyway. It's not going to be some new world. It's not going to be some new, I'm telling you what I know. This dies. Can I tell you the future? Can I tell you what's going to happen after that? No, I cannot. And that's where the cowards come in, and that's where the cowards are. That's where they reside. You know, you don't want to go, you don't want to help because you don't know what the future holds. You're scared of what will happen next. That's cowards. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm proceeding forward no matter what happens to this country. This has to get dealt with. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's not that personal to you. Maybe because you're not going through anything, that's why you don't care as well. That's why I'm on my own mission. That's what. So with that being said, I'm on my own. I know that. I know I'm on my own. I know that I'm on my own. So I don't want people to come in and thinking that me and you are together. We rock together. We don't. We don't rock together. Me and you are not together. And the reason why I'm so cut and dry like that is because you're sitting around spectating when I need this done now. And that's how I act from day to day. You know, I have a decent support system where there are people in my life that can help me financially, which has been great, because in between the little money that I do get, there have been people that have helped me where I still can send out money during the in-between times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just sent money to Mexico for the first time 2 days ago. So it's just been a blessed time. My spirit is lifted up. You know what I'm saying? And people that want to work witchcraft against us, it's about to be, listen, you about to be up for a rude awakening, buddy. Because I'm not going to die. I'm sorry to tell you. Just scratch that. And we're about to get it in. Okay? You shouldn't have put me in this situation. You're a clown. You've been beat too many times. And now the turn up is official. Everybody's respecting it, and it don't matter if they do not respect it. God is going to let me live to get this done. Okay, so anybody think they're negotiating over my life, I live because of God. Point blank period. So you don't have any place here. You know, it's nothing you can really do here. I mean, that's basically it. You know what I'm saying? If you think God is going to leave me and let you play with me, and I got this connection with God, and he you know, sorry, buddy. Right along with me being spiritual, right along comes the protection. Right along comes the protection from death and all of that. Every injury, all that kind of stuff. Okay, it's wartime. It's wartime. And they've been clowns, and I've been told y'all, they've been clowns from day one. I've been trying to tell y'all that. They've been clowns from day one. Them are not no real dudes. Them are not no street dude. They can recruit whoever they want to recruit. But how they move is clowns. And that's what I'm saying. And they said they done said too much in this neighborhood that I'm in right now. I done went out there and heard people talking in the bodegas, talking reckless towards me. And they think I'm stupid and I'm high rank. I heard all of that. Okay, so then it's another level of war. That's all there is to it. Okay, it's not gonna get better. No, it's not. I initiated another level of war just from what I heard in the bodega. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't see me. You do not see me. You don't see me for weeks and then act like I'm out here doing something to you, or where you can accuse me of something, and I'm just coming off a 7-day fast, right? And for whatever reason, you think you're gonna pull me back by using little witchcraft and to pull me back into homosexual lifestyles and crazy stuff. That's basically what it is. You know, it's not gonna happen, bro. We going to war about this, and that's that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple, bro. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making it clear to anybody using this kind of divination stuff where you think you might be a white witch, and all witches are going to hell. White witch, black witch, gray witch, orange witch. I don't care what kind of witch you think you are. You're going to burn in hell if you die like that. If you die in witchcraft, you're going to burn in hell. Okay? Hell is real. Okay? Hell is real. And you're going to burn in hell if you die working witchcraft. Okay? See, you can't make me a scapegoat for the problems you cause. We don't care who you are. I go by what, I don't care what group you go by or whatever. I go by individuals and what they've done. That's it. And for you, it's already a death sentence already. Listen, listen, ain't no way in the world I'm gonna die. You gonna die. And that's how it's supposed to go. God is gonna do it. God is gonna do all of this. But if you're the type of person that thinks that you're helping me and you see what I'm doing, right? But you're not doing anything in that area, you're lying to yourself if you think you help. I don't need any kind of other help. That you want to assist me to show your support. That's you being a clown yourself. Okay, yeah, I don't need that. I don't need it. No, I'm spiritual myself. You don't respect my spirituality. I don't need your spirituality. As a prophet, I need no one's spirituality. This is not a TV show. Okay? When this next level ramp up, you're going to wish that you just walked away like I told you to. I told you to walk away a long time ago. Okay? I'm not your friend. I'm not your entertainment. It's about to be humiliated. We're going to humiliate everyone who ever thought this was funny and thought this was entertainment. We're going to humiliate these people. Man, woman, children, grandmothers, aunts, and all of that. I showed you who I was from the first video. A worshiper of God, someone who's been fasting since I was 18. Now you're seeing the second part, the warrior, back up to date. Okay, I'm the person that sought God in worship for hours and hours. Okay, that's why God is giving me peace and letting me say what I want to say. You don't see it that way, do you? See, you was a clown. You was a clown thinking whatever you was thinking about me, right? As a sucker, as ignorant black people, that's the main ones that thought you just whatever you knew or whatever you sitting around here yapping and talking, and you don't even know me. Okay? You're jealous of me. I get it. Okay? You're jealous of my elevation. I get it. But if you play with me, we're going to end this whole community. That's what's going to happen. The whole thing. It's not going like you think it's going to go, where you get the mark of the beast in about 5 more months. No. Scratch that. No mark of the beast in 5 months. Scratch that, buddy. America falls. That's what's about to happen. Now, this is what I told you. I'm a prophet. I don't say nothing that's not true. This country is going to fall. I'm telling you. This country is going to fall. That's what's coming. Not the mark of the beast in 3 months. That's a cartoon. Well, the mark of the beast is supposed to come. It's not. You know what's going to come before that? Your destruction. I have faith that because of all you've done, God is going to hold everything back until you get destroyed, buddy. That's how it's going to go. And when I say hold it back, I mean God only knows when he's going to do what he's going to do. I sense that you die first. You get destroyed as this, whatever this country is, what you call America, this falls, buddy. That's it. And so it's not going to be as it has been. It's going to be some true escalation of attacks. Escalation is coming. True escalation is coming. Okay? I'm not here for so-called spiritual people. I'm here for Christians and God's people. That's it. I'm not here for people to consult me and to advise you for your life. I'm not here for people that don't serve God. This is for God's people only. This is for only Christians. This is not for divination people and people that's trying to figure out what's going on and you want to see what's next. You in danger. That's what's happening. You shouldn't be here. I don't allow anybody in my life for free. I curse and I bring destruction on those who surround me. The last person that was in that room next to me, next door, there was blood all over the hallway and down the stairs. Anytime you put these people around me on purpose and you don't think I'm smart enough to know that, it's a curse to your country. I'm just letting you know what level I'm on. Because I know every little thing you do. You put these people in these rooms around me as witchcraft, and mind readers and psychics and whatever else they are, all of that is a curse to your community. Okay? I'm getting to do this. You don't allow me to do this. Let's make this clear. I don't get allowed to do this by you. I'm going to do this regardless of how you feel. Okay? I'm not, listen, unlike you, I'm not no lame. I'm going to be out there every time I'm supposed to be. Okay? You a clown. That's why I got to get you out of my atmosphere. It's your fear. You fear for the future. You fear for right now. You can tell it's a fear all around. Me and you is two different animals. I've been around killers. I've been around real ones. That's what I'm saying. You thought because I was a Christian, especially a white boy, he thought because I was a Christian, I'm somebody he can come play with. Little he know I've been around killers and everything, man. I mean, it's what it is. It's what it is. And if you thought I was gonna come over here and conform to being soft, that ain't God's spirit. That ain't God's word. I'm still 100. I just changed it around to use it for God's kingdom, and they can't stand it. It's working and everything. That's what it is. I went and got with the most dangerous community in Mexico. The churches over there, it's already working. The spirituality is already working. It's 2 days in and it's already working. It ain't nothing stopping this. It's just jealousy ain't gonna work. Ignorant black jealousy, ignorant jealousy of the Americans ain't gonna work. We on the road, man. I'm on the road. Like I said, I just sent money to Mexico for the first time. And this is where all that stuff happened with the leader of the cartel, where he got killed. I just so happened to, without even trying to, find a church over where he came from. I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? But then when I seen the name of the place, I was like, okay, that's where that dude was at, that they killed. You know what I'm saying? Trying to transport him to Mexico City. So I found a church in that area, you know, and I already done sent money out there already. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to send more money out there, you know, but I already done sent money out there to Mexico, everything, man. So, you know, I'm just letting people know where it's at. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, their life is at a standstill. Their life is in danger. Mine is not. I'm free. I'm blessed. I'm good. I just sent money to Mexico. How am I not going to be blessed? You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with no stress. I don't deal with it. See, I got to separate my energy from these people. That's why I got to get out of these situations. I got to get my own money to get away from these kind of people. Because they're losers. They're dying. I don't even need to be around somebody that's dead inside and so suicidal. You know what I'm saying? They already know they done. You know, I don't need to be around that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get away from these. I'm trying to get away from. They think corny Americans try to put people together to try to coexist. We can't coexist. I proved it this time around for sure. We can't coexist. Whether it's these whatever secret society it is, you see, I cannot coexist with these people. And it's their fault. You know what I'm saying? The door messed up. I almost had to kill one of these people in here. Literally, bro. And the list goes on, all the stuff going on in this building. I can't coexist with these people. I proved it. So stop acting like, you know, you're going to try to force us to coexist. We can't coexist. They have to die, bro. God's going to do it. You stop being corny, acting like we can coexist. We can't. You follow me? Okay. So stop putting me around these people like we can coexist. We can't. Because I know how corny people are. People will put you around these people. All it's doing is causing danger. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's all it's doing. Yeah, so stop trying to act like it, like you know, like being a clown, thinking like being on some corny American stuff, like we can coexist with each other. This is wartime, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is war. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing corny coming from me. Now, them over there, all these people over here, I don't listen. That's them. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You come over here playing in my lane, you got what you deserve. Simple as that. Even in this room, this building. Look how the world done changed. Look how the world done changed. You shouldn't have put like, I'm a grown man, bro. Take another look. I'm a grown man. Okay? You put people around me to play games for me. Listen, what you think I'm gonna do? That's how we know what type of people you are, man. Some people don't grow up. I'm a grown man myself. I'm just saying, bro. Because, like, if you think I'm one of them forever young little gay dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's not me. I love growing up. I like getting old. I like all of that. I embrace all of it. I embrace getting old. I embrace everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to get old because you know what? You know what comes with age? Respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm too old to be playing with these suckers. So respect comes with age. I embrace it wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got a 19-year-old son. Ain't no way in the world you finna disrespect me. Ain't no way in the world you finna treat me like I'm a child. And I got a 19-year-old son in the world. You tripping. That tells you how old I am. And you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to agree with it. It's what it is. It's going to be how it is, whether you agree with it or not. You know what I'm saying? If I don't say this, man, people think I'm sitting back waiting for their validation. I'm not waiting for your validation. I'm too old to wait for your validation. It's wartime. I told you that. It ain't nothing else going on. But wartime, that's it. That's all it is on this side over here. You know what I'm saying? This is spiritual war. You thought I was being corny until it turned up a little bit. Yeah, how you feel? I don't sit up here and play games and tell you it's wartime and ain't nothing going on. No, that's not my style. I don't say that. I'm not that type of religious person where I say things symbolically. You know what I'm saying? I go in, bro. I get it done. You know what I'm saying? And jealous people, I'm calling them out for who they are. You're jealous. You're a player hater. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It ain't competition. That's your term that you Jedi mind trick with other people. You are a player hater. That's what you are. That's all you are. Okay? You bit off more than you can chew. You know, now you jocking me, you interested in me, and we got to kill off something that's obsessed. We got to kill off obsessed people. We got to kill off obsessed people, bro. This is crazy how this country became. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have no problem with doing it. I don't have no problem with taking care of it. You know what I'm saying? See, I learned from the past. You know what I'm saying? You don't let people. You don't get around ignorant people when you go into the top. That's how you die anyway. Because you can't be out here playing with ignorant people. You know what I'm saying? You stay away from these people. You stay away from them. And it don't matter how they look at it. It don't matter what they talk about. I stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I got to stay in a hot room and be cramped up in a hot room. That's okay. I open my window because from history, I've seen it over and over again. People that's successful, black people that's successful, they hanging out with black people or other people or jealous people, and they stay around people. You know what I'm saying? You got to separate from these people and don't look back. And that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. And it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You play, I'm too smart, I'm too swift on my toes. There ain't no way in the world you're going to get me caught up with some ignorant people. It's not going to happen. I'm too smart for that. So I stay in my lane where it don't make sense for anybody out there to be talking. So by the time I come out there and they talking, we going to war about it, man. That's that simple. I stay to myself too much for any justification. You know what I'm saying? For somebody, for any reason, for anybody to be saying something about me, I stay to myself too much, bro. And that's the justification. So it's a war. I don't forget nothing. Whoever the people was in that bodega up on Utica, what day was that? The 12th, The 12th? Yeah. That started a war, bro. And that's how I move, man. I don't let nothing get past me. I consider conditions, environments, and circumstances. And if I know I've been in this room fasting for a whole week, right? And you come off a fast for 7 days. I'm looking at the whole circumstance. You come off a fast for 7 days, and you go out here and these dudes talking reckless, calling you a pedophile or something in the bodega, talking about he looked like a pedophile. What's a look? That right there is goofy, right? That's goofy, right? I'm like getting my cereal and stuff in this bodega on Utica. And so a dude's like four dudes come in. That's how you know it was gang stalkers, right? And they just yapping at the speed of light. You could tell it's all to try to play psychological games, man. Even the dude behind the counter, he was one of them too. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, man, that started a whole nother war, bro. I mean, for real. Like, that's based on who I am as a person. I can't pardon that. I can't let that go. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm too real for that. I know you a lame, and I'm too real for that. You know what I'm saying? I know you a sucker, and I know that. I know that for facts, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I know what I hear, and I know what I know. You know what I'm saying? You just got a rotten soul. You know what I'm saying? But that don't make you no real one. You know what I'm saying? Your soul is just rotten and funky. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. You know, you got a rotten soul. That's all it is. That's all I hear. But you ain't listen, buddy. You ain't got no heart. You ain't got no heart as a soldier, bro. You ain't got none of that going on. You ain't got none of that going on, bro. So, you know, that started a war right there. It's been on and popping since then. That's the difference in me too. Like, yeah. I ain't finna step out here. I ain't gonna be fasting here and completely removed from the community. But it's as if I'm out there like I done something. You feel me? Nah, that don't work for me, bro. I started a war, a green light. I put a green light on this community. Absolutely. So by the next time you saw me, I done work with Mexico, everything like that, bro. I'm not gonna play any games. I'm not gonna play any games at all. I'm gonna get right down to it. I'm gonna get right to work. That's how I move. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already ready to do it. I'm ready to do it, bro. I can't wait. Because I know it's you being jealous while everybody else is inspired. I know it's that. See, that's how quick on my toes I am. I know you're jealous while everybody else is just waiting to see what happens next. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting that attention no more. You washed up. You know what I'm saying? These secret societies washed up. Now they looking at the prophet like, okay, because every time I make a move, something happens. You know what I'm saying? So I know that too. You see, I can see. So you see how I can recite what's actually going on, what's really going on. I know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm capturing attention without trying to, and they jealous because that's all they live for is attention. So they can't get it no more. People hate them. They want them dead. You know what I'm saying? They can't play with me because people putting threats out against them. They can't touch me because people ready to do something to them. I told you that was going to happen. It's out of my control because, and I said that too, because people going to feel the way they feel, bro. I can't do nothing about that in America. I can't do nothing about how people feel. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I can't tell them not to do what they feel or whatever. And I'm not going to stop them anyway. I'm not going to stop anybody because, after all, you try to sick people on me. You try to put people on me. That's what you've been trying to do the whole time. That's why they put me in this neighborhood. They just thought I was going to succumb to some type of situation, some type of beef, out here in these streets. But the truth is, I've been checking a couple of people out there. You know what I'm saying? So that even worked out. That even backfired. You know what I'm saying? As far as what they wanted. Man, I done checked me a couple of people out here on Utica, man. People know what time it is, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. People know what time it is, bro. So just in case you thought I was like a tough guy in this building, I done took it out there to the streets. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. Because people will think I'm talking rah-rah in this building, and they don't realize that why I keep telling them, man, Go check behind me, bro. Go check. Go ask. I'm pretty sure you got some people out there. Go ask them. I done check people up and down Utica, man. You know what I'm saying? But see, they thought I was going to come here and fall off, and I was going to come here and get played with by somebody in the streets. They thought that was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They were just hoping that would happen. But see, now your karma is they on your head. They want you. They don't want you even breathing my way. You know what I'm saying? But that's your karma. You deserve it because you tried to put people on me. You tried to put me in a situation where people would play with me and everything, and it didn't work out like that. You know what I'm saying? It turned around on you, and now they want you dead. They want somebody to, you know what I'm saying? They ready to do something to you. People intrigued at what God is doing, more so than anything about me. They're intrigued about what God is doing, and ain't nobody gonna stop this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to make my next move. You know, this is the eve of my, before I make my next move, bro. You know what I'm saying? And everything going good. You know what I'm saying? These Americans are suffering. Like I said, every time they suffer, bro, that is a win for us. That's how you have to look at everything that happens. Everything that happened to these people is a win. And straight up, like that. Anything happened to these Americans is a win. Straight like that. Yeah. Everything that happened to them. Nancy, that white lady getting lost, that's all good. Because this is why. It's nothing personal because I don't know them personal. Like, that's all I like to tell you. How is it personal when I don't know you personally? So it ain't personal. But it's on principle. It's on showing the America, how it feels when you care about somebody and for them to be mistreated. Now you see from all the gang stalking, all them clowns out there and what they've been doing, now you see how it feels to lose someone that you care about in your little community. And that's my logic behind it. Just in case you thought I was a monstrous jerk like you. No, I have a logic behind this. My logic is, for all the stuff that you've done against me and others, when, showing no sympathy, empathy, or apathy, now we show no sympathy, empathy, or apathy for Nancy. And you need to feel how it feels to lose a loved one, to lose somebody that you care about, because I know she dead. I'm just being real. I know she is dead. And so I'm not your average Christian. I'm not your average servant of God that's going to sit back. I'm going to go through these facts, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you. And all this stuff has to happen. It's good that it happens to these people. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the same people that call themselves being cruel to us. Okay, so cruelty breeds cruelty. That's just common sense spiritual equations. Whatever you put out is going to come out to you. So if you put cruelty out in this community, that part, okay, you put cruelty out into this community, then cruelty is going to come out into this community against you in the same community. And so now you see this act of cruelty towards Nancy. It's like magnified 1,000,000 times based on what you did against me. You know what I'm saying? These people feeling it. These kids watching it. These white kids watching it. These white aunties and everything, they following her. Ain't no way she's still alive. And now they know. Ain't nobody still thinking she alive, because first thing first, that medicine, that's what they was talking about. That man made it very clear from day one, when his first press conference, that if she don't have that medicine in the 24-hour period, that she will be dead. They made that very clear. So how she alive? Unless he got a prescription, or she ain't getting no medicine when she left the house. Okay, so then how is she alive then? How is she? See, that's false hope. They gave you enough information to know ain't no way in the world she alive. So you just got false hope. That's all you got. Okay, they told you from day one, this woman got to have medicine in a 24-hour period. So how's she alive? after almost 4 weeks. Make it make sense, bro. See, I'm not that type of person that has this false hope and walk around with false hope. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm believing somebody's alive. They want that white woman to be alive so bad. Man, they up there talking about she alive. How she alive? And they talking about from day one she gotta have that medicine every day. Make it make sense, man. She either got that medicine or she don't. And I know she don't got it. Okay, let's look at this. If she got the bottle got to be for a month's time usually, right? You think she got it for a month's time now? You think she got over a month's worth of medicine? So she would have to have 30 pills, right? Bro, do you see what I'm talking about? The odds are when he got her on the first, that means she might have not even had a prescription filled for February. If she got it on a monthly basis, it was the first. I'm just saying. So she either had backup, she had a whole bunch of it, or she didn't. But I guarantee you, she ain't try to grab no medicine, so she don't have it. And then they would have filled the prescription. They would have had to fill the prescription out there. And so where she filled the prescription out there? Man, come on. They would have called it. They would have been looking for that medicine everywhere. Think about it. If they tried to fill that prescription for that woman, the people that got her, you don't think they're going to check all the pharmacies and see if she filled the prescription somewhere around there? Of course, which means she did not fill no prescription. They ain't going to, listen, she would need all type of IDs and information and everything. How in the world? Think about that. Which means they would have found her information with a filled prescription somewhere out in the world. They ain't feel that they would have needed all her information, and that information would have came up somewhere. Of course, they check databases of pharmacies. If she need the medicine every 24 hours, they gonna look and see if they tried to get the medicine for that woman. They gonna see if they tried to fill the prescription for that woman. Okay, so that means she don't have it. That means she don't have it. Okay, I'm sure she did not think about grabbing no medicine. She probably wasn't even thinking about it. That probably went totally away from her mind at that moment in time. Think about it. At that moment in time, do you think she was thinking, oh, let me get my medicine that I gotta have every 24 hours? Her mind was so gone on what happened, she wasn't thinking about that. And the other person didn't know to get no medicine for her before they left the house. So where she get the medicine? So where she got the medicine from? That's over, bro. That was to me. That was over within the first week because of that medicine. He said she got to have that medicine to live, or to be fatal. That's what he made that very, very clear. So then that was over 2 weeks ago. Bottom line, ain't no need to sit here and have this false hope. You know what I'm saying? You get what you deserve as Americans. I don't feel sorry for you. You looked at me in my face and you thought it was a game to play with me and got these people out here in these communities calling me a pedophile and all this stuff. I don't have no compassion. Straight like that. Straight like that. Straight like that, bro. Know what I'm saying? It's just time for people to realize, man, life ain't no game. Life ain't no game, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm working with Mexico down there, and it's on. You know what I'm saying? It's going good. Everything going good. You know, it's going to continue to go good. For me. For these people that's out here playing, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing going to go good for them. So you thought me and you was on the same level. I tried to tell you we wasn't. Me and no. Soon as I peep you, these secret society people I count back to 2017 when I got a good look at them people. almost 10 years ago, man, you was lame from day one once I seen you. Just a bunch of party people that like to smoke and get high and drink. That's it. Basic Americans, basically. You was basic Americans. That's how I size you up. And that's how you are now. I'm not a basic American. Not by a long shot. Ain't nobody ever sized me up as a basic American. I size you up as a basic American. You do everything they do. You think like they do. You get drunk and high like they do. You do drugs like they do. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? You've been like that from day one, man. But now you seen things got real. You know what I'm saying? You try to, blend in with what we doing. You try to make it make sense, and it don't. You can't see me at all. And everybody know that, You're a world away from me. Somebody like you is a world away. You're a world away from me, buddy. And everybody realize that now. So, that riding around that you would try to do out here, it ain't going to mean nothing, buddy. People done seen through that. All that up and down, riding around. Listen, you've been doing that all these weeks, all these days I've been over here. And I've been steady climbing and climbing and climbing and doing what I'm doing. Right? What you been doing? The same thing. Here we are in 2026. You're irrelevant. We left you back in 2025. I tried to tell you. And you think I'm just saying that to do it or to say it or to believe in doing it. But this is how we know. Because things are so real in 2026, we don't have no time to focus on no gang stalkers, right or wrong. Look at the stuff that's happening already. So are you thinking about them or this real stuff that's popping off? You ain't paying that no attention, so they become irrelevant, just like I said. See, they thought I was just saying that just to be saying that, just to try to leave them back behind. You are irrelevant because of the things that's going on in the world that's more important than you. We can talk about war in Iran and all of this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? All that's real. All this stuff going on with that white woman, Nancy, all of this stuff is realer than you. It's way, way more realer than what you're doing. So that's irrelevant stuff. We don't care nothing about it no more. We don't care nothing about it. I never did, but I'm just saying, you ain't capturing nobody's attention. They stuck on that Nancy situation in Iran. That stuff over there with Iran. That's what they focused on right now. These tariffs and real stuff popping off, man, they ain't thinking about what a gang stalker doing in 2026. That's what I told you. You was irrelevant. You're going to be irrelevant in 2026, and it's already happening. Now, moving forward, can you imagine people focusing on them? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, man. It's too much real stuff popping off. Keep in mind, the food stamps about to get cut too. Yeah. You're going to have them work requirements going out there. And 64-year-old dudes are going to be these old heads going to be out there in the cold, going out there trying to keep them work requirements and all of that stuff, man. Most people ain't even going to do it. So a lot of households about to suffer because they ain't going to go, man, a lot of these dudes ain't going to go out there and do what it takes to keep them food stamps on, man. I done it. Just in case you think I'm one of these entitled persons, I done did that right here in New York. When I first came to New York, you had to go to these classes. I did, and apply for work until you got a job. I had to do that to keep my stamps active. So I done been through that. Right here in Brooklyn, right up there by the hospital. They got I don't know if they still got that little room up there. But everybody know what I'm talking about, down the street from the hospital. Behind Marcy, right behind Marcy, when you pass Marcy. Then you go up the block, right? Right. And so the left hand side over there. Yeah. So I used to have to do that. So so if you think I'm some little entitled little white boy that I had to go through all of that, man. Right here in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the real world where you gotta do it. I done been through it. You know what I mean? I done been through it. Keeping them work requirements, You know what I'm saying? To keep them stamps active. I done been through it. You got to go put in, what, four applications a day. And you got to copy them off in the same classroom. If it's still like that, that's how it was when I was. It might not be quite like that, but that's how it was when I was going. You had to apply for 4 jobs a day, minimum. And you had to copy them off with the copy machine, print it off, and turn it in. And show people that you applied for 2 jobs. You have to put the receipts, show the application is complete, and print that complete part off. And you had to do 4 applications a day. You know, so that's what everybody used to come in there and do and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through it. I went through that. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't never done it, you ain't never got up out your bed and go do it, you know what I'm saying? You finna see what it's like. Unless you just let them get cut off. But see, that's all part of your karma, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't play with God's people, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it'll be one thing if somebody was playing with you. You know what I'm saying? It'll be one thing if you had reason. You know what I'm saying? But you don't. And that's why it's like it's going through so good, because you ain't got no reason to be playing with me. That's why I instantly go to war. I instantly go to war. You know what I'm saying? Instantly. You know what I'm saying? You know, you playing with me and I'm minding my business, I instantly go to war, bro. That's that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give you no fame. I ain't gonna give you no name. You know what I'm saying? That time is over. You know what I'm saying? We are in spiritual war as Christians against America. That's who we against. We ain't thinking about no secret societies no more. We going against those who let this all be possible. The Americans sitting back, watching, helping these people, riding around. We ain't thinking about no secret society. So that's how we escalated the situation, or the situation escalated, however you want to look at it. You know, but the bottom line is we focused on America. We ain't focused on no secret societies in 2026. That's right. We focus on their destruction, their downfall, and everything. Yes, that's right. We want God to do that to them. That's right. The same people that helped these people and was riding all around, following us everywhere we went. Yeah, that's right. They're called Americans, and that's who we want to suffer. That's right. We want them to suffer. And you can think I'm a bad person. I really don't care. I'm a grown man about mine, buddy. See, this is how you sound after years and years of these suckers playing with your life. If you go through it a couple years, maybe you'll be like me. Maybe you'll be like me when you grow up. You know what I'm saying? These people play with you for a couple years. Maybe you'll be like me when you grow up. That's real. You know what I'm saying? You're listening to somebody who have been through this for years. You know what I'm saying? If you're a newcomer, it's gonna sound worse than you might think it really is. But that's because my voice, my energy is off of all that has been done. Okay? And you couldn't possibly measure all that's what's been done. You couldn't measure all that's what's been done. You feel me? So like my energy is based on all that's been done. You know what I'm saying? So you know, if you ain't been watching and you don't know the history, you know, it's hard for you to understand. And I don't have the patience to. This is close as it gets for me to explain what's going on. I just don't want people to be under the impression that you know, you can use divination and you think you're on my side. Nah, it don't work like that. I don't need you. I mean that in the sense of militarily speaking. I don't need you, man. You don't serve my objective. I'm not here to let people shine and you know what I'm saying, clown stuff. You know, this ain't about no shining. This ain't about no, you know what I'm saying, no corny stuff where we trying to do stuff to shine and all of that. Nah, this is about taking care of my business. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't doing nothing to take care of my business, imagine me entertaining you. I don't get nothing. I got real objectives here, bro. I got real objectives. Now that people take me seriously, I got real objectives. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no video game. This is real life. I go through real stuff. I walk through I walk through the games they play. I walk through the games they play. You know what I'm saying? And I've done that. So how can you act like it's a video game when I'm walking through all this stuff that people done said? So that's where you can see, okay, this dude really is going through something. This dude ain't coming easy. It ain't, you know. So you can't say, oh, well, this dude is just like in a video game. How? I done walked through all the stuff these people done did. I'm fasting all the time. I know you ain't never fasted in your life, half of you. And I'm not being arrogant. I'm just calling it how it is. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't fast for a whole week. I mean, so show me where the video game is. Show me why I'm just got it easy. And I ain't really doing nothing. Show me why I'm not really doing nothing. Keep in mind, I got information on the Americans marrying children. By the way, I done put that out there in the community too. I done emailed every governor, every mayor in your community, and the White House, and the superintendents in every metropolis, every great metropolis of America. So that's my work, right? Okay, so show me where I've been just getting it easy. I'm just doing this. I'm not really doing nothing. Show me that. Show me that part. I'm just saying, man, because like how I talk and how it's getting done, you know, suckers can take it for granted. Like I ain't even doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I demand my respect when I come out here, bro. I have to have it. I have to have it. And if you don't know, when I was in that bodega, listen, I told this dude, I stopped before I left. I said, yo, if you can't say that to my face, I'm more of a man than you are. Until you can say that to my face. Nobody said nothing. Then I walked out. I raised my voice above the whole bodega. See, I didn't explain that part. Because I don't do it for that reason. Oh, yeah, but I checked them before I left. Oh, yeah. If they was built like that, they would have said something. They ain't say nothing. So I guess that's the last time I checked somebody, I guess you could say. On Utica. Yeah, I said some more. It was 2, 3, 4 dudes in there. If anybody wanted smoke, anybody feeling some type of way, they could have said something. They could have said, then what you talking about, bro? I mean, there ain't nobody say nothing to me. Okay then. I stood and said that. I ain't say that walking out. I stood right there. If you could say that to my face, until you can say that to my face, I rule all over you. I told them I rule over them. Yeah. I told them I rule over them. Some people gonna say, you don't rule over me. And he ain't say, nobody say nothing. Okay, so man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I said what I said, you know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody say nothing. And that's the truth and facts. Okay? That's facts. And if you ain't say nothing after that, man, listen, bro. Listen, when the world I come from, man, listen, I checked you. You just got checked. That's getting checked. And that's you not living up to the energy you putting out. You're not built like that. If you was, then when I told you I rule over you, that to you, that should have felt like an exaggeration. It's not, but you should have felt. Anybody could have said something they ain't say nothing. They ain't say nothing, bro. I forgot about that. See, that's how you know I'm an honest person. I'm not a liar. And you know I'm not posing either. Because I actually kind of forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? I think I done told this story. I think I said it in the beginning, but like every other time I said this part, I kind of didn't say anything. I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, I said something it was from the heart. I said what I said. I said, look, man, I rule over y'all. Long as you can't say that to my face, I rule over y'all. That's facts. And you can say it ain't your style, man. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't nobody conforming to that whack style of yours. How about that? Nobody's feeling that whack style where you think you can halfway pull up on people and halfway say something to people, but you can't back it up, and then they challenge it and you don't say nothing. Ain't nobody. That's whack. It ain't doing nothing to me. It's not doing nothing. It's not doing nothing to me, bro. We pull up. I pull up and I make myself known. Right here in Brooklyn, right here in Utica, on my own, standing on my own. Ain't nobody say nothing. They could have came out the bodega saying whatever. Ain't nobody say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? That's heart. That's how you walk around. And you can tell how I said it. Ain't nobody gonna try me, bro. That's all I'm saying. So, man, just remember that, bro. Remember all these people out here, them cowards. They ain't got the heart to see me, bro. I know where my heart is at. I know that you throwing games and playing games and it can't stop me, bro. Okay? You think you got me as a loose cannon. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Listen, you ain't gonna never see me lose in this situation. I can't wait to come out there tonight and get my get my boogie on and get my thing done, buddy. I can't wait. I'm coming out there. I'm getting it done. I can't wait. You ain't beat me. I don't play by your rules. I wouldn't care about that. I know what they thinking, that psychological stuff. I don't care nothing about that. I don't care nothing about it. I promise you I ain't losing no sleep about what you thinking, because they didn't listen to what we were saying. So we don't play by their rules. Okay, y'all know y'all got child marriage laws in this country. You think I care about psychological games? You think you're going to win because of that? No. No. Your country is subject to those rules. And we don't know what all these people have done. We do know they marry children in this country. And for that reason, for that to be in this country, I win. That's that. We don't care nothing about that. I don't lose no sleep about it. I could care less. I promise you, man. I despise you. I despise your community. I could care less what you think about me. All I'm saying is I check people. You know what I'm saying? I pull up for real. I pull up on foot. Like a soldier. I pull up on foot. I pull up on foot, buddy. I pull up on foot. Okay? I pull up on foot. And I said what I said, and ain't nobody say nothing, right? Okay then. So that's even with the last thing they said. That's how I know they suckers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you was real, you know what I'm saying, you would have said, man, you don't rule over me, bro. You would have said, man, you don't rule over me. I'm like, I rule over who can't say it to my face. You under me. You definitely under me. That's what I would have told you. If you can't say it to my face, listen, I rule over you. I said that and they ain't even say nothing. They ain't even say, I'm talking about nothing. I'm talking about they ain't say nothing. Because you were surprised. You were surprised that I pull up like that. You were surprised that I got pull up like that. Okay, you were surprised. I told you, I ain't one of these suckers out here. I stand up on my own. I stand up on my own and I defend myself. I stand up on my own. But because of that, though, it started another war, man. That's, of course, man. Man, listen, bro. I come back to the basics, man. If somebody say something like that over your life, they deserve death on the spot, first of all. You should be glad you ain't dead by some type of means. You know, if you ain't already, like, you should be glad you ain't dead. That I ain't take something in there and kill you. Cause I'm creative. I'll find something. I can find something to hit you in the head. I'm just saying, bro. Like, those are words in essence. Well, my point is this. In essence, literally, those are words to kill, that people get killed off of. I supposed to have your life. Let's keep that we know that's the basics. So be glad that you ain't in no situation where you would be dead, because I do carry weapons and I could have had them. I could have had it on me. So that applies. When I say you could have been dead, well, I could have had my weapons. Or I could have used something in the store, or And when I said that, my thoughts is those are words for you to die. So that's the basics, right? Okay, so everybody realize that's the basics, but they can't say it to my face. They can't look me in my face and say it. No, they can't. They ain't built like that. But when I say what I say, they can't say nothing back, right? Okay. So all we doing, man, listen, you started a whole nother war on this community right here. Whatever y'all call this, you done started a whole nother war, and that's that. That's what I don't play no games, bro. I keep it technical. I keep it actual and factual, like I like to say. And if you think I would ever be suicidal about pedophilia, I haven't done it as a grown man. As a child, it wouldn't be pedophilia. So, because children have sex with children, right? Okay, so we wouldn't call that pedophilia. Pedophilia is when it's an adult with a child, right? That's pedophilia. You ain't never seen me with no child, okay? You listen, you don't even know what words you use, and you don't even know the definition of the words you use. But I would never lose, listen, buddy, I would never lose no sleep or be depressed or suicidal about anything you doing. I don't care about that. I'm just letting you know. That's why I'm still here. That's why, listen, I ain't even losing no. My soul is still good. My heart is still good. My mind is still good. You know why? Because it's not true. If it was true, that's, Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. He did something. He killed himself. Like, shit, I ain't even losing no sleep over that stuff. Because I know where my head is at. I know what I do and I don't do. So why would I be suicidal? Oh, because you're doing it? I don't care about that. That's what made me black. I don't care about what you're doing. I don't care nothing about it. I know the suffering and destruction that you got coming is gonna be so bad. Boy, it's gonna be so bad, bruh. People gonna feel sorry for you. They gonna feel sorry for America. They gonna feel sorry for all these people, all these cowards. They gonna feel so sorry for you, but it ain't gonna help. Their sorry feelings, their sorrowful feelings for you, is not gonna get you out of it. Nope. I don't let people get no. Listen, maybe you thought because it was Brooklyn they could get a movie out of it. Lame dudes, you know what I'm saying? Hey, because it was Brooklyn, you thought you could get a movie out of it, huh? Yeah. Like corny people that think because this is Brooklyn, we gotta make them. This is Brooklyn. I don't care where we at. I'm in the real world. That's where I'm at. You know where I'm at? I'm in the real world. I don't care where we at. I'm in the real world, buddy. I don't care nothing about it being Brooklyn. And unless you trying to make it a movie for Brooklyn, listen, this country ain't gonna be here much longer. You trying to make it a movie for Brooklyn? I attack every time you see me. I'm attacking, buddy. That's why you can't stand it, because you know when I pull up, something about to happen, don't you? Yeah, and you deserve it. You deserve it, but remember that, buddy. I checked you before I left. That's all I'm saying. That's not being carnal, man. That's being a grown man, bro. I mean, look at the nature of the stuff they saying. That's me being a grown man. You got me messed up with these teenagers. I told you, boy. I ain't no teenager. My son is a teenager. In his last year of being a teenager. That's who's a teenager. Okay? I don't make nothing. You can think whatever you want to think. You can think all of that. And guess what? I'ma still be here. I ain't losing no sleep. I don't win. I don't lose according to your games. I don't conform to none of that foolishness. I win when you dead. Okay? I win when this country falls and collapses. That's when I win. I'm going towards that. That's with these little wins along the way. But I don't acknowledge what you talk about, man. He wins. I don't lose. If I lost, nothing wouldn't happen. That's what I'm trying to show you. It wouldn't nothing happen to me if I lost. According to your rules, no. Wouldn't nothing. What God is on my side, would nothing happen to me, sucker. Me and you are two different animals, bruh. Listen, I do not acknowledge what you're talking about. When your country is marrying children. No, I don't. New York marrying children. They did. They still got child marriages in this country, in this state. You lose, buddy. Ain't nobody acknowledging you no more. You're irrelevant. You know the worst thing you can tell the secret societies, Freemasons and Illuminati, you're irrelevant in 2026. Man, you washed up and irrelevant. They ready to kill you, man. They ready to kill you. That ain't irrelevant enough. That ain't irrelevant enough. They ready to kill you. And I know. You know how I know? Because I'm spiritual. I know what the real energy is and the real atmosphere. You know what? They ready to kill you, buddy. Boom. You didn't think I knew? Come on, man. I'm spiritual. Let's say it like Joe Biden. Come on, man. Joe Biden say, come on, man. Joe Biden say, come on, man. He come from that era when white people first started trying to talk like black people. Come on, man. You notice all the slang that we got on YouTube and internet, the white people catching it quick now. Like, I'm like, dang, how he know about head on the swivel? That's a white guy. Keep your head on the swivel. Okay. I made up a new one. Keep your brain on a swivel. Keep your brain on a swivel. All this crazy stuff going on. All these people tripping out here. These lies and, you know what I'm saying, these suckers and everything. Keep your brain on the swivel. Keep your brain on the swivel, bruh. My brain is on the swivel. How about that? All this stuff going on. All these facilities about to be built. Trump acting reckless, talking reckless. He couldn't even he couldn't even get through the State of the Union without talking reckless. You see that? Talking to Ilhan Omar. I didn't know I'm older than her. I'm a year older than her. I didn't know me and her was around the same age. She's just a very mature person, but she younger than me. She's 43. She's 43 years old. That's why I'm telling you, I'm supposed to be talking like this. That's why I trip off people. This show you how they don't respect the black man. I'm older than Ilhan Omar. I'm older than her. You see how vocal she is? You see how outspoken she is? I'm supposed to be like this. I'm talking exactly how I'm supposed to be talking. That's what I'm saying. I'm older than Malcolm X. Malcolm X was 39. I'm older than him. Okay, so I'm supposed to be talking like this. While people think you too big for your britches, man, bro, I'm supposed to be talking like this. Yeah, of course. You older than Malcolm X? You older than MLK? Okay, so when you supposed to start talking? The truth is, I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. You're used to these generations not being educated, not being worth nothing, not being high caliber. That's what it is. You're used to these young dudes not amounting to nothing. So you done gave up on young people. So when you hear me or I look young or you perceive that I'm young, half of these black folks, you know what I'm saying, you don't give no respect to the younger generations. That's all it is. Because you don't see them You don't see them like the other past generations. They gotta almost be 60 years old to get your respect these days. But that ain't my character, ain't my type of situation. I ain't waiting to 60 to get my respect, little buddy. I'm dead serious. But keep in mind, I'm older than Malcolm X. You looking at a man that's older than Malcolm X. I know I look young. I took care of myself. I know people think I'm being cliche. I took my vitamins all my life. Through my 20s and my 30s, I took my vitamins. Even now, I take my vitamins all the time. If you got all you need every day, you tell me you ain't gonna affect how you look and preserve your body? Of course. Then I fast too. Like I told you, I've been fasting since I was 18. That's gonna preserve your face and body. All my fasting, that's what it is. Yeah, that's gonna preserve your looks. Your body got time to work on itself. That's what fasting does. It allows your body to work on itself. So you know, I'm older than Ilhan Omar. I'm older than her. I'm older than Malcolm X. I'm older than MLK. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm talking exactly how I'm supposed to be talking. Ain't no way in the world I'm finna walk in the bodega and you playing with my integrity. You don't know me from a can of paint. That's real. That's real, buddy. I'm talking exactly how I'm supposed to talk. I'm walking exactly how I'm supposed to walk. I'm the age that to be doing exactly what I'm doing. Going to war with those who play with me, all that good stuff. Absolutely. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I know, I'm right. I ain't finna say nothing that I don't, and you know, it's shaky like these people out here saying stuff and you ain't seen nobody do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm near. Anything I say out my mouth is real. Everything I say is real, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I pride myself on that. You know, you ain't gonna hear me say something that you can question and shake it. You don't really know if it's real or not. You know what I'm saying? That's them. That's them out there. Yeah, but like I said, man, I'm older than Malcolm X, man. Come on, think about that. You would think, okay, you supposed to be talking like that. That's right. That's right. That's right. You right at the right age to be talking like you talking. That's right, buddy. See, but you didn't need to tell me. That's what you need to look at. I'm smart enough to get it on my own. You ain't got to tell me that. I'm smart enough to figure it out on my own. I'm telling you that. You would think you're supposed to be telling me. You Malcolm X age, buddy. You supposed to be talking like that. That's right. You older than Malcolm X. You supposed to be talking like they acting like you 15. Like I'm up here talking reckless. I'm a grown man. I'm older than Malcolm X. I'm supposed to be talking like this. That's right. I'm gonna say it just like that. Cause that's a person that commands your respect, and he younger than me. Right. So I'm not talking out of pocket. I'm talking exactly how I'm supposed to talk. That's how you know I ain't playing. That's how you know I know who I am. I'm just not going about things. I'm just not going about things the way you thought I should. But then you the same one that don't support me, so why should I support you? I mean, look at it for what it is. Why should I support you? So you dealing with another generation. That's another thing though. The ironic thing is you treated me like I was a kid, but you came at me like I'm an old head, like I'm a soul brother. No, hold up. That just went over your head. They treated me like a kid, right? But you came at me like I'm a soul brother. Like I'm an old head. If I'm young, then you know what I mean? I'm gonna be cutthroat. days, yeah. And like I like to say, I'm cutthroat like a 19-year-old young man. Like my son age, I'm cutthroat, bro. But I got the wisdom of an old head. And that's the balance. But man, if I really wanted any of these people, I could have been had you. Because first of all, you underestimated me. You don't really see me for who I am. So you would have slept on me. Period. I like it like that. But by the time I do whatever I have to do, if I have to, by the time you respond, it's too late. I hit it and quit it, buddy. Like James Brown, listen, I hit it and quit it. That's how I am. That's my mentality these days. If I'm trying to do something, I'm gonna do it quick and get it over with. I ain't drawing it out. I ain't drawing for what? I don't even hold these people as significant people. So why would I draw something out? If it's not really personal, then why would I draw it out? I'm serious, bro. I don't act, man. I'm not an actor. I sent money to Mexico 2 days ago. It's not a game, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. I send money to the most dangerous neighborhood right now, the most dangerous country, the most dangerous state right now in Mexico. Well, all the killers, I sent money to that state. That's real, bro. Check yourself, man. Don't try to check me, bro. Check yourself.